coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson-Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to the classroom. Today we're going to take a look at Codenames by CGE, Czech Games Edition. So in looking at the report card for Codenames, I give the number of players an A+. And I give it an A+ because it plays from 2 to 8 players. And with a little spoiler alert, the cost is relatively inexpensive, so buying multiple copies makes it super easy, and so accommodating this to larger numbers is really easy. And really there's nothing to say that you have to limit yourself to 8 players. I think that's just kind of more the suggested maximum, because you're going to be playing on 2 teams. That would mean teams of 4, but what if you had a team of 5 and 4, a team of 6, 2 teams of 6, or whatever? It really doesn't matter, because of the way the game is played. Is just, teams are working together to try, one person's trying to get the rest of the team to guess the cards. I guess more players, there's going to be more discussion, more voices to be heard, more people shouting to be heard. It can get a little crazier, but I mean, really there's nothing to stop it. So I think it's fantastic for that. You can get lots of people in on this and having a lot of fun. For learning, I'm going to give the game a B+. And I give it a B+ because I like the fact that the way it's using cards, and the students have to think of associations and things, the ways to connect the cards, because you're trying to, as if I'm the one who's working with my team to try to get them to guess certain clues on the board, I need to think of words, associations between these things. How can I connect groups of words together? Because I want my team to guess as many cards as possible in every turn. So I need to think of how can I group these together in order to help them to do that. So when I see a word like star, star could mean like star in the sky, star could mean like a movie star, or if I'm talking about geometry, just a simple shape. So there's lots of different ways I can think of these things, and it gets the students' brains thinking about those kinds of word associations, patterns, and connections, and just different. It's just a really good way to do that. Plus, then from the other side of the team, they have to look at those words and think about all the words and their meanings, and can help to develop and build vocabulary. Because if they see a word that they're not wholly familiar with, now if it's something that I feel that they shouldn't know, like I know the words in there like Shakespeare, for example, then I would just remove that from the game. But if it's a word that they're just not familiar with, or maybe they're just unsure of how to read, like say it was the word millionaire, and they're just having trouble reading it, well then they have to know how to read that word, and we can help them to read the word and understand the word, and then they're going to be reading it over and over again as they're trying to figure out and make associations with each of my clues as they come. So it's just a really great way to develop language and reading skills, critical thinking, all kinds of good things happening in here. So that's why I give it the B+. For fun, I'm going to give this game an A+. Every time I've seen this game being played, everybody is, and I'm talking about adults here, laughing, hollering, just cheering. It's always the noisiest game in any meetup I've ever been at. But it's just so widely enjoyed. It's a lot of fun. It's a very simple game, and for that reason, I think it's a great addition to a classroom. Just don't play it during class time. For time, I'm going to give the game an A. The game is super easy to set up and clean up because it's just a few cards on the table, and it plays in about 15 minutes. Very fast game, and one which you can get multiple plays of in if you're doing it during like maybe an indoor recess, or if they're doing it before or after school as an activity, during board game club, or if you're playing at home as you just want a quick game. This is a great one to turn to. For cost, I'm going to give this game an A. I think for a $20 game, it runs about $20 to $25. For the amount of people that you can play in each play of this game, for how quick it plays, so you're going to get multiple plays of this game in every session that you play it, if you feel so inclined, and how much fun that you're having playing, which means you're going to be more likely to want to keep playing it. It just all around makes this game a fantastic value for its money. And I just want to say too that Codenames has been so widely popular that they've actually made several different spin-offs on the Codenames game in different versions. So I have Codenames Pictures, which is all pictures. So instead of with words, you're doing it with pictures. I prefer for a classroom setting the one with the words, for the obvious sake of the reading. The next one is like Codenames Duet. which is for just for 2 people. Codenames Disney, which is a family edition, which is maybe a good one for a kid. And even Codenames Marvel, if you're a big superhero fan. So there's all kinds of different codenames out there to suit whatever your particular needs might be. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you have any questions about Codenames or anything else I'm doing on the channel, please leave me a message in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for games you might like to see on the channel or any topics you might like me to discuss, again, please leave me a message in the comment section below. But until next time, I'm Craig Thompson-Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school?